since 2001. George Hill has been huge in this series, shooting 57%, knocks down that triple. It is a 52-39 game after 24 minutes. American Express halftime report. Studio J here in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith. That is Charles Barkley. And these are your American Express teammates. And one of those rare times when Milwaukee leads and the Greek Freak is not one of the American Express teammates. It's the other.
Not a good thing.
Nico Mirotic with 10, but they still got the lead. George Hill with 9, and Ersan Ilyasova makes the page with 5 points. Hit his only three-pointer of the night. This seems to be your specialty, talking about big men or speaking about others.
Everyone knows I have 4 championships, and I'm honored to say it's because of the others. Yes, I did my part. Kobe, D-Wade, we all did our part. But if the others didn't pull us through, like what we talked about yesterday when we didn't have good games, the others have to pull you through. Right now the Greek Freak is not playing well, but, the other guys, they smell blood and they're playing well. So hopefully in the second half, the Greek Freak could pick it up. But, Kenny made a great point. Sometimes when the main guy is not going, the others have to step up, and the others that helped me out, thank you very much. And these guys are helping out the Bucks tonight. They're playing very well.
Milwaukee only shooting 41%, but when you think about what Boston's shooting, that's pretty darn good, because Boston's shooting 26% in the first half. Before we get to Kyrie Irving, because everybody's looking at him after what he had to say after the last game, what is the Greek Freak doing tonight? He's only taken 6 shots.
Well, this is just like a scrimmage. The Celtics out there just wasting time and energy. They're 4 for 23 from 3. This was a scrimmage, Ernie. Giannis don't have to do anything. I think they got a 12, 13-point lead, and but they're just going through the motion of Celtics. They are ready for 1-2-3 Cancun. I mean, Milwaukee is not playing great, but they don't have to, because the Celtics are ready for vacation.
You can't say that about Marcus Smart and Marcus Morris when they've been intense when they've been on the floor.
But that's when
they've made a difference defensively.
Hey, listen, they did, and they still down 13. Look at this. When you have to bring your bench in to give you some energy, that ain't good. And think about this, Ernie. An important game.
In an elimination game, I was sitting there watching the game. There was a noticeable difference when Smart and Morris was in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
And so you counting on those guys to bring energy in an elimination game? That's ridiculous. This was a scrimmage. Let's get to Kyrie.
Well, before we get to Kyrie, are we just going to ignore the fact that Shaq has on that ascot tonight?
I know that.
Just going to ignore that?
I didn't even see it. Let me see.
You know what I'm saying? A little Thurston Howell III.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
Little Thurston Howell.
Ascot.
We're just going to ignore that? We're just going to let that just go by.
Roland Martin, you look good tonight.
I appreciate all next round I'm rocking the Shaq.
Oh, as soon as blinding,
No, he don't, dude. I like that.
Yeah, you on fire
What is that? Is that baby blue?
Hey, he's baby blue. He's on fire tonight. He's on fire tonight. He's on fire tonight. Hey, Shaq, I'm feeling you right now.
Shaq, you look good today.
But
thank you, brother.
the one thing about Kyrie Irving, and we're talking about, I always learn, being on great teams, the start and end of quarters are more important most of the time than the bulk of the quarter. And so how you start the game is that you want to establish we're going to get easy shot. Freeze it here. So I have Giannis on me. If you're Kyrie Irving, Shaq, Charles, y'all don't know the play, possibly. What's your advantage? Your speed and quickness. So I'm going to get by him or create space. I'm not going to shoot over the length. So all of a sudden, I'm not getting into good shot mode. Again, I get into the paint, freeze it again. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders, locked eyes. Now it's time to move the basketball so we can get easier shots and get into the game. And this has been happening throughout the series. But when he does do this and he waits and relies, freeze it here. You got a wide open shot. You got a guy in the paint running at you. No problem. Let that go. These are good shots. These go in all the time. And this is establishing your rhythm. But now we're already in the second quarter. Again, you got Ilyasova, attack him to the basket, and we get an easy layup. But I just think that he came out taking tough shots and didn't allow himself and his team to get involved, and they got down early. Started out 2 for 12, then hit 3 of his last 4. Go ahead, Chuck.
Well, it's just a scrimmage out there, Ernie. The Celtics, like you said, Morris came in against the energy Smart. Because they play the same all the time. They play hard all the time.
Azalea is my world. When I heard that she had a tumor, everything just became dark.
But you can see this is why the Celtics season has been a failure. They're just going through the motions tonight. They are ready for vacation.
Malcolm Brogdon, by the way, making his postseason debut this year. He had missed the last 13 games of the regular season.
That'll be great
the
next
entire
round.
Playoffs. Has hit a three-pointer in this one. Shaq out here looking like.
Oh, Fred. Thurston Howell. There he is. I like it.
Howell the third.
Yeah, you got all that money. I like it. Thurston Howell the third, brother.
Oh, that's his name?
And his wife was Lovey.
Yeah, that's Gilligan.
Yeah.
I remember Gilligan.
Yeah, man. You got that bag of money. That's why you're looking like
Look
Thurston
how
Howell.
they've changed it to the classical music as well. Yeah, you have added a touch of class.
Thank you.
To the American Express
I get it from you,
halftime
Ernie.
report. Yeah, TK says that's Vivaldi. Okay, I know, it's good.
Big night of playoff action. Celtics and Bucks. We're leading up to that on TNT. Then Rockets and Warriors. And a guy who has certainly been a Warrior first couple of years was the Rookie of the Year and helps out the Bucks big time. Malcolm Brogdon will not start, but he is back and will play. Here's Coach Bud before the game.
Malika Anders, ESPN. But have you thought any more about what exactly the minutes restriction Malcolm will be on tonight? And you said he'll play in kind of short spurts. What's the time restrictions on those spurts?
I'm not going to give you all the details and all the information. It will be short spurts, and he will be on a minutes restriction. And yes, we've thought about it.
Matt Velasquez, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. When it comes to Malcolm, do you try and script out times where they kind of prescribed opportunities to get him in, or do you try to mix him in kind of as the flow of the game progresses?
I would say with everybody that's, kind of mapped out to play, we go into the game with a plan and hopefully able to, mix a good amount of feel and gut with a plan. So have a good idea about, when and where we'll try and include Malcolm. But, you can't just put your head down in the sand and not watch and see what's going on, too.
Eric Name, The Athletic. Let's keep it rolling. With Malcolm, are there certain pairings you want to see him with? Like, obviously, he's been in the starting lineup for much of the year. Does it matter in such a short stint, like, to try to get him in with the starters or to get him in with the second group? Like, do you think about that at all?
Well, coaches, we can overthink everything. So, to some degree, yes, I think about those things, and we obviously are going to try and do our best, not just for Malcolm, but for everybody. There's a lot of thought that goes into combinations and guys that are playing together, and Malcolm's not any different than anybody else.
Moving off of Malcolm, but staying on injuries, what's going on with Pau? Is he anywhere near close to being able to play again? And then also, DJ was on the injury list. Is he going to be available tonight, and when did that happen?
We'll go with DJ first. DJ twisted his ankle yesterday, just in a one-on-one type workout post-practice or post-recovery. And he will not be available tonight. Pau, is continuing to rehab and make progress. It is obviously we'd all hope for it to be going faster and moving along. But there really is no new update or new change to Pau. We're hopeful that, at some point he will become available. And